This is like the 50th time I've recorded this video. I am sorry it's so late. I was in charge of my daughter. So you might hear her screaming in the background like right now. I'm skipping through this pause slide because there are no pause slides. So the student will be able to factor numbers. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. So factoring is not that hard, you guys. Factoring is relatively easy. All you do for factoring is basically it's finding out what number is divided by a number and how it goes into it. So you guys should know this is the presentation, and again, sorry it's a little bit late. If it's already been posted because this is for a different class than the first posting, just ignore everything I just said. So what is a factor? Basically, a factor is just division. You'll find out in a second. It's just like, whoa, no, wait, Mr. Beuthin. Wait, division? Did you just say factors are division? No! Division is evil! And Gwen's crying along with me, screaming, no! So how do we factor? A factoring is not that hard. So first, here's one way. I'm going to show you like 3 different ways. So one way is just by taking the number and listing the number on there. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, Gwen's trying to talk with the numbers too. So now all we do is divide those numbers to find out what goes into it. So 1 and 10 are always going to be one in itself. So 2, yes, 2 can be divided by 10 evenly. So we write that number down. 3, nope. 3 divided by 10 is going to be a weird number. 4 divided by 10 is going to be a weird number. 5 divided by 10, yep, we already know that that's 2, so it goes into it pretty well. 6 divided by 10, nope, not going to happen. 7 doesn't do it evenly, so we cross that one out too. 8 doesn't go, so we cross that one out. And 9 and 10, 9 doesn't, and 10 we already know does. So quick recap. 10 divided by 1 is going to be 10, so that one's good. 2 divided by 10 is going to be 5, so that's good. 10 divided by 5 is going to be 2, and 10 divided by 10 is going to be 1. So 1, 2, 5, and 10 are all good, so we don't have to worry. Those are the factors of 10. So the next one, we're going to have 18. Well, why we're using a multiplication table that doesn't go up to 18? Well, you don't need to go all the way up to that number. You're going to find out in a second. All we need to do is we need to go halfway. And you're going to find, 18 you're going to find out as 1, but it's basically halfway. So I'm putting a line by 9 because we're not going to go past that one other than 18. So we already know I keep saying 18 because 1 and 18 is a factor. So we write that one down. So next is going to be 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see 2. Go on the multiplication table. 2, if we scroll down, there's 18. So 2 and 9. Let's circle 9 and get that one out of the way because we know it's going to be a factor. And then next is going to be 3. So 3 and 6 is going to be 18. Next is going to be 4. Well, let's see. I don't see 4 on the multiplication table. It's going to come up, so that means it's not a factor. Let's see 5. 5, let's look down that 5 column. I'm not seeing 5 being a factor. So let's go 6. We already know 6 is, so we'll skip it because we already did that one. 7, I don't see 18 times, anything times 7 is 18. So 8, we're going to cross that out. And I already told you, you're not going to use anything past half other than 18. So let's cross out all the rest of the numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. So there you guys go. We're going to do one more time using divisibility rules. Divisibility rules are those things that you guys hate, but we'll make it work for you guys in a way. So we already know 48. We're going to have 1 and 8, 48. It's always 1 in itself is a factor of it. So in a second, you'll see divisibility rules. Where is it? Come on there. Using divisibility rules. So we're going to go through them and kind of quickly talk about them. If you need to know your divisibility rules, go watch the other presentation on it. But 48, so 1 and 48, even. So 2's are even. So let's see. Yep, it's even. So we know it's divisible by 2. So and then we know it's divisible by 2, so let's divide it by 2. 48 divided by 2 is going to be 28. So I'm going to put that on the other side because we know that those are both numbers. So let's go to 3. So in a second, we're going to use the divisibility rule of 3. So the divisibility rule of 3 is going to be 4 plus 8 equals 12. So that's divisibility rule of 3. So is 12 divisible by 3? Yep, 12 is divisible by 3. So therefore, this is divisible by 3. So let's see. 3 divided by 48 is going to be 16. So we know that 16 is also divisible by 48. So let's go to 4. In a second, we're going to find 4. This is one that you guys probably don't remember, but if you add them up, so 4 plus 8 is 12. So if it's 12 divisible by 4, yep. So 12 is divisible by 4, so that's divisible by 4. Or you can use a multiplication table. So, and then 4 divided by 12 was also 48, so that's why 12 is in there. Next, 5 or 0. It's not 5 or 10 because it doesn't end in 5 or 0. 6. So 6 was if you had it divisible by 2 and divisible by 3, it has to be divisible by 6. So we know that is. And then 6 times 8 would be 48. 7. Last one. It's not divisible by 7. If you don't know your 7s tables, just use a multiplication table to figure this one out. So that's that one right there. So we can actually delete all of them. And, well, why did we stop? Well, we have all of them. We actually went through the line, and after 7 would have been 8. So we already had all the rest of them. Yes, Gwen, you're excited because it was 8. So that's why we're stopping, because we already went through all of them. We kind of did it in a roundabout way. We did the high ones and the low ones at the same time. So to recap, this has taken a long time because every video other than this one had a baby crying in it. So maybe this one only has a few times of crying. But recap, we're doing factors. Factors is just basically division. What is it divided by? And you can actually use your multiplication table to help you out. You can write them one by one, or you can use your divisibility rules. So those are the 3 ways you can do it. When I need you to be quiet for 1 more minute, we are almost done. My class doesn't want to hear me say the objective is the student will be able to factor numbers. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity.